This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Try to get it to the edge. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Turning it on. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Makes the tackle at the 23. Line, give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, and makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
He'll take it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Carter. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Matthews. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds his man. It's Thomas. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The Vols have their offense in high gear.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Dropping back, it's Aguilar. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass here on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Might be changing the route. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on third down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. Motion from the wideout. The give out of the gun. And the ball's on the ground. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. We're in business after the fumble recovery.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's in open space downfield. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Escapes the pressure going right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Got his man. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown ball.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense.
Breaks into the open. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Surging forward on the sneak. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to pass. It's Green. That's reeled in. It's Anthony. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Anthony. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
The little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Anthony. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. The Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. To the air, it's Green. Makes the grab on the back. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Quarterback extends the play. Throwing on the run. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Will start at their own 27-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Scrambling away. He's going to run it. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. They'll run for it on third and short. Turns it on at midfield. Wide open spaces. Rustled out of bounds at the 26. A huge pickup on the ground. And the Volunteers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Offense changing the play. Scanning the field. It's Aguilar. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Takes a handoff. It's Green. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. He'll go to the sneak.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
The give headed toward right tackle. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And you got to wonder what the defense is feeling on this drive here, because they've had 5 straight runs now, and they ran it on first, second, third. They got it on fourth down, so that's a kick in the gut. And all of a sudden, right away on first down, they're running it at you again. You're not being respected right now on defense, and until someone stops the running game, you're not going to get it.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Really nice job by the defense there, expecting run on that play, making the tackle, and now giving yourself a chance to get off the field.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. And the Razorbacks will keep this drive going. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the snap, it's Anthony. And some room to work. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Turns it on down the left side. The Razorbacks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Anthony. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the 1st half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Vols will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the 1st time tonight. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Anthony. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Aguilar. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Hard-hitting tackle.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Makes a grab for a big play. Oh, he's got some space. Just keeps moving. And he'll take it to the...
You got so lucky.
Catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands.
Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run.
And get into the end zone.
Stop the run. Stop the run, nigga.
Scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
Tell your mans to stop dick eating.
Inside with the back. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The give from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Anthony. Got enough for the first. Flying down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks. They take the lead with the 6.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Back to pass, it's Green. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. Bounces through the end zone. It's...
You ass. You ass.
They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to change this route. They send the tight end in motion. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Matthews. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The Volunteers want to move quickly. They're looking to throw on second and short. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they liked. They were licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
The Vols really need to keep this drive alive on third down. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
You definitely gonna leave after I beat you.
And the Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. More than enough time in the pocket, and he fires left. And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
Man, I mean, not only is it a big play, but goodness gracious, you had all night, didn't you? I know it's a night game, but good Lord, the quarterback had all night to throw the football. Doesn't take advantage. So much time in the pocket and still can't find a wide receiver. That tells you it's really good coverage.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. All wideouts, no backs. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Jones. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Keep it on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On the direct snap, it's Anthony. Got room to work. Turning it on. The 20. Touchdown, Arkansas. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it out. It's Carter. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Aguilar. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Fires to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Caught in the backfield, it's Stevens. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Edge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Green. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles. He's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. The Razorbacks are on the move. They're going to give it to the wide receiver on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Headed outside for the line. It's Green. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the beatdown has ensued. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the point after is good. He'll bring it out. It's Carter. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Flips it out on the screen. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Going for it all. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.